A seagull did something on me. I think that's supposed to be good luck. Hi guys, today I'm going to show you probably the weirdest thing you're going to see on YouTube all day, if not all week. I guarantee you'll see this and you'll go, huh? Anyway, what are my plans today? Well, I live just outside of Glasgow and today I'm going to walk to the beach and I'm taking you guys with me. If you're from Scotland, you'll be thinking, there is no beach in Glasgow, what is he talking about? Well, there is a beach, but you have to walk that way 26 miles and I'm going to be taking you guys along with me. Why on earth am I walking 26 miles? Well, I want to see if the old legs are actually capable of doing that sort of distance. I have a cunning plan in mind and it involves you guys as well, but I want to make sure that over the last 5 years my legs haven't deteriorated, they're as strong as ever and I can do these sort of long walks because I have a couple of great ideas in mind I'm bringing you along today. Right, first things first, the sooner we start, the sooner we finish, I want to show you something very weird. Okay, first stopover, our historic abbey, which dates from 1163. Now if you like gargoyles, you're in for a treat. We have quite a few gargoyles up there, but one of them doesn't belong on the abbey. I'll show you a selection and I'll see if you can see which one is the odd one out. That's right, we have the guy from the 1979 film Alien, and he's on a 12th century abbey. How can that possibly be? Ooh, I told you it was weird. You work that one out. Notes below. Right, we're going to hit the road because we have about 6.5 hours of fast, steady walking ahead of us. See you on the road. So what is my cunning plan that involves you? Well, I've been a YouTube content provider for coming up to 2 years now. For the last 10 years, I've travelled extensively around Europe. And my biggest regret about having this YouTube channel is that I didn't actually start recording more stuff earlier than 2 years ago. The missing 8 years? Well, loads of photographs, loads of videos, but none of them are high definition and they're not of the quality you would expect from this high quality channel. So the idea is it possible to redo some of these trips? I've worked in travel and tourism for 40 years. And so I obviously love the industry. If there's anyone I'm jealous of, it's these people who post videos every second day. Full-time travellers who post on YouTube. I would love to be able to do that. But unfortunately with just 2,000 subscribers, I'm nowhere near that. I have to work 5 days a week to earn money to survive, and anything that's left over goes towards travel. That's why you don't get a lot of videos from me. I was thinking of some of these fantastic journeys I've done over the last 10 years which weren't captured for YouTube, and I thought, I wonder if it's possible to do the highlights of all of these journeys, squeeze them into one fortnight, 1 2-week period and record them for my friends on YouTube. And I thought, yeah, unfortunately some of them involve some very long walks. The longest walk I've ever done, and I can assure you I'm not going to redo that, although I could do it in part, was from Vienna to Bratislava in 1 day. Now I've written this down on a piece of paper because I still can't believe I did it. The distance is 37 miles or 62 kilometers in 1 day, in the middle of summer, carrying a backpack. Not a good idea. There were times I thought I wasn't going to make it, but there is one part of that I would like to do again. And this is what I'm thinking. If I can handle walks of up to 20-25 miles, I can redo a lot of these journeys for you. 5 miles and everything is okay, although the legs are telling me Hey, we're not used to this kind of exercise. We'll be fine. I hope. On the off chance you were wondering, this is called the Kilbirnie Loop Line, and it was built in 1905 as a way of relieving the pressure on the main line between Ayrshire and Glasgow because of all those coal trains. It was closed in 1966 because the government decided it wasn't making any money. And you know something? It wasn't. Okay, we've got the remains of the station here, and that's exciting because this marks the quarter-way point to the beach. And this is the platform at Kilbirnie. The next point of interest is a temple, sort of, and it's in that direction in 2 miles. I'm definitely out in the country now. The flies are driving me nuts. They must be thinking, ah, city boy, I went up there once just to look around, and the only thing I found inside was a very thick layer of sheep poo. Although I did bump into the farmer, and he told me what he thought the building was originally either a lookout tower or an area that hunters could hide if the weather turned, because back in the day when that was built, this whole area was a forest. Anyway, next thing, a ruined church in half a mile. The church ruin up ahead marks 1/3 of the way. After this we will go and feed some mad swans, and then I'll take a bit of a rest. It's quite an interesting place this, but I've got many miles to walk and many hungry swans to feed. So let's get going. Right, 10 miles, 16 kilometres done, not quite halfway yet. Overall, not too bad. The right foot is a bit sore, but that's just because of the heat coming from the roadway that I've been walking on. Otherwise, yeah, we can do this. Right, I'm going to have a bite to eat, and then I'm going to feed these swans. Well, there weren't as many swans as I thought there would be. It looks as if there's a few cygnets around, so they might have taken them away somewhere safer, away from all those mad seagulls and ducks and geese. It is a nature reserve, so we do expect to see lots of birds there. Anyway, next highlight, 1.5 miles down the road, a castle. Right, here we are. Bar Castle. This section of the track reminds me of the walk between Vienna and Bratislava. It's so hot, so humid. The ground itself is roasting. I can feel it through my shoes. And this track is as straight as an arrow. The walk I did between Vienna and Bratislava followed for part of the way on top of a levee, which is a cycle route between Vienna and Bratislava. And this levee goes straight as an arrow for about 10 miles, 16 kilometers. You cannot see the end of it, it just disappears as a dot. And for about 2.5 hours, I just walked, focusing on that little dot at the end. In about 10 or 15 minutes, it would appear as a bigger blob, and it was a cyclist. I've just been checking my whereabouts, and I didn't realise it, but I've actually passed the halfway point. Now, if you're one of these people who run marathons, and I can assure you I am definitely not one of them, you run 26.2188 miles. This walk will be 26.5 miles. So it's a short stagger and a fall over the finishing line. And I keep telling myself, if people can run that distance, surely I can walk it. Anyway, my only concern at the moment is my water. I made some homemade energy drink, and I had 2.5 litres. I'm down to half a litre, but I believe, if my memory serves me right, there are a shop or two down here on the main road. Fortunately, that's the way I'm going. If they're closed, then I might be in trouble. Well, I've reached the end of the cycle path. I now have to hit the road for the rest of the journey. Through these bushes. And here we are. Right, that way. Right, where are these shops? I've just about run out of drink, so this is becoming a bit of an emergency now. Well, I found shop number 1, and it was a bike shop, not a grocery shop. And it's closed. And I can see shop number 2 here, and it's closed. Well, that is disappointing. The 2 shops I hoped to get some drink from are both closed, and I have that much left, and that has to last about 8 miles. In today's heat, that's too far with not enough hydration, and I'm regrettably going to have to stop here. I'm at Glengarnock. It's one of the chicken out points, which I always like to have just in case I'm pushing myself too far. But this time I haven't pushed myself too far, it's just being sensible.